In BVS, Batman kills people, and reviewers and ranters lost their minds. Okay, everyone's entitled to an opinion, but in the same film, Superman kills somebody in the first 15 seconds. And I haven't heard so much as a peep about that. How come? I've already reviewed BVS, but this is not about that. This is about what that film tells us, the audience, about our preferences and our prejudices. Within 20 seconds of appearing, Superman is blasting some African terrorist / freedom fighter through 2 walls. He's dead. How do I know he's dead? Physics. The force it would take to smash a guy through 2 concrete walls would liquefy their insides. Even in the extended cut, if there's a scene with General Lamarge laying in a hospital bed and then they pan up to a get well card from Superman, I'm not buying it. But is there some kind of large-scale, quasi-social experiment being conducted here by DC? As the audience, we see him draw his weapon and make the threat. Next thing, dead. Now in the US, maybe this behaviour is par for the course for their police, but am I the only one who expected Superman to employ some kind of workaround? Maybe. But does this expose an inherent problem with labelling, cultural norms in policing, racism and xenophobia on the internet? Are we so conditioned that just the mere association of the word terrorist means that we see that person as being less on the scale than a genocidal alien? Zod wanted to kill everyone on Earth, and the internet collectively lost its mind that his neck had to get snapped. People were coming up with all kinds of elaborate ways to not have to kill this alien Hitler. A human being gets killed within 10 seconds of landing, and people are like, I think they called him a terrorist, didn't they? What are you going to do? It's okay. I haven't heard a squeak out of anybody about it. Couple of reviewers made the point, couple of reviewers, but where's the outrage? There's an inherent hypocrisy in us all. We judge the person dying. If we don't associate with the life, we don't mind it dying. Doomsday's not like me, and he wants to destroy things? Kill it! Zod looks human and talks human, even though he isn't, and he wants to destroy too. That's an ethical dilemma. If the human killed is referred to as maybe being a terrorist, then no problem, move on, nothing to see. But indulge me a second to advance another perspective. Let me tell you the story of Yetundo Amage. A corrupt government in Nairobi, Africa, has been practicing a systematic genocide of a group of its people. From that, Yetundo had his parents brutally murdered in front of him as a young child and had his village torched. Soldiers actually threw him into a burning hut to try to kill him. He was horrifically burned all over his back, but miraculously survived. Yetundo was found and raised by a couple from a neighbouring tribe who loved him and protected him. Although he struggled to be accepted by the other children because of the scarring all over his back and his legs, he grew strong and wise. Regimes change, but killing remains, and many years later his village once again becomes the victims of another ethnic cleansing. He leads a rebel force against the government forces and saves many people. The US backed the African government, though, and sent drones to bomb the villagers, and this proud leader needed to find a way to fight back. There are numerous assassination attempts on his life, but he's blessed and he's able to evade death. He brokers a deal for food and weapons from a philanthropist who seems interested in helping defend against the ethnic cleansing. He even provides a small security force for protection. Even though he has no former military training, in this ragtag group of rebels, they call him General, out of respect. He explains that no one hears the plight of his people and the world just looks away. The philanthropist suggests that he could arrange for a Western journalist to report on it and raise awareness. Within 60 seconds of the journalist arriving, a tracking device is found in one of her party, pinpointing them for a targeted attack. This is a warrant, so he kills a spy who's compromised their position and is about to kill the journalist, but then he's told that she didn't know. He therefore pauses and exercises good judgment by questioning her more, even though his gut instinct tells him it looks like a trap. Next thing, he hears gunfire outside, never a good thing, and then an alien known as the Superman from America explodes through the roof and lands. And it all becomes clear. He's been set up. He doesn't know by who, but even in his panic he realizes that. This Superman is an agent of the US government, and it's the US government that's been working with his government, bombing innocent civilians. And now they've replaced their drones with the ultimate weapon. This is no journalist. She at best is a spy, and at worst, a special ops trained infiltration specialist soldier who can also kill him. And he's no sexist, as experience has taught him women are just as lethal as men. He grabs her and tries to use her as a bargaining chip to save his own life. He feels once again the same fear and adrenaline as he did as a child when he was about to be tossed into that burning hut. And this super-powered alien government agent smiles a wicked grin and blasts him through 2 walls, killing him on impact. Who mourns for General Lamarge? Who cares for this freedom fighter who tried to defend his people from a government practicing an ethnic cleansing, labelled a terrorist and splattered like a fly against the wall, leaving those he swore to protect to be massacred by evil government troops? Why are so many people incensed by Batman killing a number of Russians who are murderous private security contractors with bazookas and Gatling guns, that we witnessed kill a number of African soldiers in cold blood in a setup? Why do we ignore the killing of General Lamarge? What's the difference between these two? Obviously I've invented the backstory from the available information in the film, but does the fact that the killing of this man is pretty uniformly ignored by the reviewers and critiques say something about us as the audience? Was it the fact that he was black, or African, or labelled a terrorist, or all 3, or none of these? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. In the meantime, do the hit the thumbs up, and if you like my vibe, please subscribe. Woo! Woo!